Hey guys, just sitting out here on the patio of my hotel. Just thought I'd give you a quick view. I mean, we're not here to look at the view. We are here to talk about locks. And I did find kind of an interesting lock. One, in fact, that I've been looking for quite some time. I've only ever seen him in catalogs. Even in Germany, I've never managed to find the ABUS, the 8270. It's not rated very high. It's only a 6. This is what it looks like. It's a shutter lock. Kind of a neat shape, very hefty. Never really seen one until I just stumbled across this in a hardware store here in Cyprus. So anyway, I thought we'd give it take a look at it. I have picked it, and the reason I'd like to take a look at it, by the way, there's the bidding. Kind of a challenging bidding. The reason I want to take a look at this is because there's been a lot of discussion about the difference between spool pins and mushroom pins. And ABUS, as you all know, contains almost always mushroom pins. Now, the difference in shape between spool pins and mushroom pins is that a mushroom pin really is nothing but a spool, except it's the center portion, the spool portion, is fatter at one end than it is at the other. Now, does that really matter to us? Not really, because it really depends on the part of the spool or the security pin that gets caught at the shear line. If the thin part of the spool gets part of the shear line, you'll notice that my feedback is going to be very, very slight. It's going to be exactly like a spool, except smaller indications. If the thin part of the spool or of the mushroom gets caught at the shear line, then it's going to act exactly like a spool. We're going to get a pretty significant feedback on our tension wrench and some pretty good counter rotation. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get this to show us exactly what it is. I think I've got the camera zoomed out about as far as I can. I want you to be able to see my finger. So let's see if we can't make this thing play its part now. Okay, all the way to the back of the keyway, and I'm just looking for a binding pin. Oops. There we go. Let's start feeling along. Okay, apparently I already have a fault set just by sticking my pick in because I have feedback. Let me find out exactly where he is. I'm on pin 4, and you'll notice it is a mushroom, and we must be at the fat end because the amount of feedback on my finger is very subtle. So, but let's treat him exactly like a spool. Let's go ahead and set him. And let's see if I get that thing right. I don't want to overset here. Oops. There we go. We got a set. Now we'll keep feeling along. And the reason I chose this lock for this demo is the spools are reversed. Some are fatter on one end, some are skinny on the other. So we should. Now here is a spool. It's pin number 5. I'm sorry, mushroom. And we're caught up on the fat end, so the feedback is very significant on my left finger. So let's go ahead and send him home. Come on. There we go, got him. Now we're going to see who we can catch next. Alright, it feels like pin 2. I'm caught up on the thin end of the mushroom. Very slight feedback. Very slight, just a tiny bit. And that's that one. Okay, let's see what else we find here. Okay, let's try that again. I must have missed somebody. Alright, pin 4. Okay, it is, again, mushroom. I'm probably caught in the middle. I'm getting moderate feedback. If we can send him home. And there we go. We got an open. If I can get my pick out of there. There we go. So fellas, what I'm trying to tell you is don't be discouraged or don't be upset if somebody tells you that there are mushroom pins inside of a lock, because as far as we're concerned, there's really no difference between spools and mushrooms. Treat them both exactly the same. Just pay attention to the amount of feedback, and you'll pick right through these with no problem whatsoever. Anyway, everybody, thanks for your time. Everybody stay safe and stay legal.